George didn't know there was an even bigger bin for recycling. If he could find enough recycling to fill it, the doorman would win the contest for sure. The next morning, George went hunting for more recycling.
I think we're in good shape to win this contest, Hunley.
I think that would be wonderful.
You do?
The more buildings where tenants recycle, the better. And maybe you could start some reuse programs like we have. Want to see?
Sure.
We reuse everything we can think of. Shopping bags, magazines. We never throw out packing peanuts.
It's so organized.
Anything to make the planet a little neater. You really have collected a lot.
Have I? I have.
Nobody got their newspapers this morning. Weird.
There you are. We have a food thief in the building. I got a grocery delivery and someone took half of it.
What?
Someone took my paint pails. How can I mix paint with no pails?
Where are the Wiki Pizza coupons? They're always on the front table.
Huh?
My shampoo!
My pails! I need my pails!
I don't understand. What?
Pizza coupons!
Oh, boy. George?
Those things are unused. Did you take them just to win the recycling contest?
No, I don't understand. I don't know how they got here.
Recycling is about saving the planet, not winning a shiny trophy.
Oh, of course. I don't know how these extra papers and containers got here.
How can I mix
have a
paint with no
thief in the
pails?
They're
building.
always on the front table.
I think I know where the extra recycling came from. George, you recycle things after you use them.
People need to read their papers and eat their food first.
Then they go in the recycling bin.
Why, thank you, George.
Since some of our recycling was, unfairly obtained, I think the best thing is for us to share.
Oh, that is so sweet. After you're done, you can come and polish my trophy.
We may have tied this year, but next year will be another story.
Oh, yes, our building will win outright.
Oh, really?
Yes, we've already ordered larger bins for every floor.
Really? That's not recycling, George.
Now that's unique!
Sue Berm grabbed a sponge. She must have wanted to clean off what George did.
Watch how she uses the sponge, George.
Sharky was ready for more playtime. Mr. Glass would not be happy about this. George asked Sue Berm to make an exact copy of the damaged painting. Maybe he could copy it himself, if he used the same paint she did. The squiggle was much thicker in Sue Berm's painting. Was it because she was bigger? Or was it because she used a bigger brush? George needed to paint a lavender blob, but he had no lavender paint. George had to find the combination of colors that would make lavender. White turned the color lighter. George hoped he could get to the glass tower before Mr. Glass.
Hi, George.
Hey, that's my unique painting, and another one just like it? There are two! And that's not unique.
There cannot be two. Every Sue Berm painting is different.
And why isn't it in my lobby, where I left it? Monkey!
They're almost identical, but this one has Sue Berm's nose print. The ripped one is the original.
Monkey!
Hold on. George, did you make this copy because that one ripped? It's almost perfect! You're a good painter, George!
Wait. A painting monkey? A painting elephant? Are you thinking what I'm thinking? Well, of course not. Because what I'm thinking is... unique! Tell me that anywhere else in the whole world there's an elephant and a monkey painting in a lobby.
Well, I'd say your lobby is unique.
Yes, exactly. And you know the best part? They work for peanuts!
And he's sure got a lot of wiggle power. Look at all those segments.
Huh?
Worms' bodies are divided into little sections called segments, which are like muscles that help them to burrow in the soil.
Oh!
So what are you gonna do with your new worm, George? You wanna race Fast Freddy? The proper way to have a challenge race is on neutral territory, not in any racer's home yard. On your mark, get set, go worms! Dig, Freddy, dig!
Did I hear worm race?
Worm race!
Go, Freddy! Dig, dig, dig!
Go! What's George's worm's name? Oh, okay.
Go, Freddy, go! Here comes Fast Freddy! And the winner is...
Oh, ah!
Wow, city slang! The winner is George's worm by a segment!
George had the perfect place to keep his pet worms.
That could work. Except worms need to dig, and I don't think they can dig through your sheets, George. Garden soil. Excellent choice. Coffee grounds will make the soil rich and airy.
Hey, George!
Huh?
Big worm race at Lake Wanna-Sink Lake. Bring your racer.
Bet you can't beat Mr. Wiggly.
Worm fever had spread throughout the countryside.
They make my soil better, and that makes better veggies in my garden.
Since all you cheering worm racers scare the fish at the lake, I'm going fishing in the river.
Don't forget your lunch, dear.
Yeah.
Come on, guys! It's time for the championship race!
Worm race! Worm race! Worm race! Worm race!
We're ready when you are, George. Oh, no! Mr. Quinn took your worms instead of his lunch.
Catfish. Well, hey, is that my lunchbox? Oh, then this must be your worm farm. Good timing, I must say.
Dig, Mr. Wiggly, dig!
And the new worm racing champ is... you know, George's worm!
With the championship won, George felt his worms deserved to retire to the garden and help the roses grow.
Worm racing isn't the only sport in town. You'll find a new hobby.
Hey, George! Ready for the frog hopping race?
Ah, my wife Nettie called. The primo Pisghetti Pie will be here soon. Whew.
George had to ride for 3 stops. But counting stops was hard if your hands were full of pie. Luckily, George was on his toes. This was George's second bus stop. But there was no fountain in sight. He found the Pisghetti stop and counted 3. But the fountain was 1 stop further along. Mrs. Pisghetti must not know how to count. George didn't have time to wait for the next bus. George had made it to 3rd Avenue. Nettie said, find the fountain, then go 3 buildings to number 33. Only the 3rd building didn't have a 33 on it. It had a 72. No, 325. No, 22.
It's a nice 72 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 22 degrees Celsius at 3:25 p.m.
There was the 33 building. But it wasn't the 3rd building. It was the 4th.
George, you don't count the square from where you start. You have to count on from there. 1, 2, 3. You see?
The building you were in front of didn't count. Why use an elevator if you were practically at the 3rd floor?
Carrying a pie? Is it a brown monkey? Well, then I think he just came through the window. The chef's down there, honey. Find the men's room and go 3 doors.
Now George knew just what to do. The door where George started wouldn't count.
Of course, I don't think I overstate the matter when I say timing is everything. Oh, as I promised, the pie! So, this is a Pisghetti Pie. Light, fluffy, a confectionery delight.
George hoped he'd get a slice. Delivering pie really worked up a monkey's appetite.
When you order from Pisghetti's, we guarantee your pie-in-the-face gag will never fall flat. Now, how many orders do I have? Huh? Giorgio, thanks to you, my new clown food supply franchise is off to a roaring start.
George really liked cows. No one else he knew was that big, that friendly, and gave milk. Wildflowers. George wanted to share his discovery. After all, who doesn't like to smell nice flowers? Maybe this whole field had once been filled with beautiful flowers, and they'd already eaten the rest. So George borrowed an old scarecrow and turned it into a frightening scare cow. George's wall worked well against a squirrel. Now, here came the real test. George had successfully hidden the flowers from the cows. It was amazing how many unused stones were lying around. George was too late. The flowers were all eaten. This wasn't easy. But George wasn't going to give up. Why was that wall stronger than George's? These stones were staggered, which made the wall stronger. This would be the best cow-proof wall a monkey ever built. George's wall had saved the last flowers. The next day, George brought the man with the yellow hat to see how he helped the flowers. You're taking me to see these flowers? Okay, I'm coming. I don't see any flowers, George.
The wall stood, but somehow the yellow flowers were gone, replaced by these things.
Were those your yellow flowers? Oh, George, it's okay. That's what's supposed to happen. They change. Well, that's supposed to happen too. Those are seeds. They'll land somewhere and new ones will grow.
So George's wall had helped the flowers to survive. And he had until the new flowers grew to think of a way to keep cows away from them.
No way. I'm thinking of maybe moving. Look after my stuff, will ya? Why? The dance party, that's why. This'll probably shock you, George, seeing as how I'm an expert at bunnies and boat building and pretty much everything. But I can't dance.
Oh.
Allie's probably taught her friends, and they taught their friends, and they taught their friends, and they taught their friends. How's it gonna look if a big kid like me is the only kid who can't dance? Outer Gitchy Goomy. That sounds like an okay place to live.
But he was sure he could learn it and teach it to Bill.
Oh my.
George wished there was a better way to study what the dancers were doing.
I'm gonna miss you, buddy. Send me a picture now and then, will ya? You want me to film them? Oh, so I can watch it and learn to dance.
Oh, well, hi, boys. You want to learn this? Well, it's called the box step. It's very simple. We step in time. The music keeps us together. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow.
Dancing should have a map.
Huh?
A guy can read those. Maps tell you where to go and how to get there.
George needed a map to tell his feet where to go. The Rankins dance didn't have a map, but it was about to.
Quick, quick.
Anyone want to go fishing? Oh, what's this?
Our dance map.
We're learning the box step.
Oh, the box step, eh?
Is left, right? Oh, I'm
Not
so
that
sorry.
your other.
Numbers? Good idea.
Hey! We've been looking all over for you.
We saw your bike outside. Are we going fishing?
Well, as soon as I learn the box step.
The box step, you say?
I get it. The quick steps are smaller because they take less time. You're pretty smart for a city kid.
The problem wasn't the map. It was music. They needed some to keep them together.
We're doing it! We're dancing! Wait a minute. We can't go in there. I can't put this goofy map on the floor. Do-de-do, I'm such a bad dancer, I need a map.
That would look a little silly.
Does this make me look like I have mumps?
Hiya, George. Hey, Bill. Thanks for coming to my party. Did you go to the dentist?
And then George saw it.
Hey,
The box step was shaped like a box.
I see. All we have to do is make a box with our feet.
Sure. Hey, that's some fancy dance.
Bill, you danced beautifully.
And
George, too. I wish I knew that dance.
You mean you don't know it?
The only dance I know is this. Whoops. But your dance looks fun. And I've got the perfect song. It makes me think of you, George. Aww.
Where's my banana?
Left is blue and right is red.
The George School of Dance was definitely getting off on the right foot.
Discovering dinosaur bones looked like the best job in the world. He'd discovered a bone. That magnifying glass would have come in handy, but Charky was probably blocks away by now. The Stegosaurus had all his bones. So did the Triceratops.
Tough puzzle.
It was way too small to be a bone from a man.
You want to help with my puzzle, George?
Did he know anyone with smaller bones? A bone wouldn't even fit in a canary. A giraffe was too big.
Hi, George. Oh, I dropped some puzzle pieces. I can't finish the elephant without all the pieces.
The pieces George found didn't look like pieces of elephant.
You found them! Well, now you can't tell what you've got by looking at only one piece. You have to put them all together. See?
So to see what his discovery looked like, George had to find the rest of the bones. Another bone.
Hi, George. What do you have there? You found all these? Here in the park?
Sharky, so this is where you've been hiding all your chew toys.
Ha! Those are Sharky's missing bones, all right. And we just bought her a brand new one, too.
So that's why Charky treated George's discovery like a toy.
What a find! We've been looking for her missing toys all year long.
Thanks for finding them, George.
Have you been digging up my park? then you've got a hole to fill in.
Discovering dinosaur bones was harder than it looked. But even if the bone George found wasn't a real dinosaur bone, it was pretty close.
Now I can have the fresh eggs every day. And fresh eggs, mwah! They make everything beautiful. Ooh, you come tomorrow, Giorgio, and I will make you a nice fresh egg omelet with pesto and peppers.
But the next day...
Oh, Giorgio!
Oh, there were no eggs.
Oh.
Or the day after the next day.
What am I gonna cook?
Oh. Or the day after the next day.
There is no hope. I wonder why they won't lay the eggs. Well, I guess it is not the bed.
The chickens seemed happy enough. They pecked around, happy as can be, every day. Maybe they were unhappy at night. There was only one way to find out. That night, things got a little noisy. It was clangy and bangy. And yowly. And howly. And sometimes all at once. George wondered if that was the problem. What if the chickens were too tired? Maybe if George could find a way to keep things quiet for the chickens, they'd be able to lay some eggs. And then he remembered. But chickens don't have fingers. Since the chickens couldn't use fingers to keep noise out, they needed a place where noise never got in. Luckily, George knew a place that was really, really quiet. At last, an egg. The chickens were happy. But the librarian wasn't.
I'm sorry, Giorgio, but I need them. They have all my secret family recipes. They're so secret, even I forget them if I don't have the books.
And then George realized books were just a bunch of paper. And he knew where to find lots and lots of that. But he ran out of paper, and he still needed to cover the roof and the floor. But packing peanuts did. Packing peanuts made chickens wobbly. So George put them where the chickens didn't walk. Now, if he could just keep sound from coming in the window. but that made the coop look spooky. Maybe that bubble wrap was good for something after all. George could hardly wait until night to try the coop out. But he didn't have to. Once he finished soundproofing, the coop was so quiet, he fell asleep. And it wasn't even nap time. It was the quietest coop ever.
Still no eggs, huh? Eggs! You fixing my chickens, Georgie. Now we can make my famous pesto and peppers omelet.
And to George, breakfast never sounded so good.